Okay, so yeah, I don't know if you're talking to me sometimes or not, so I just ignore you until you ask me.
I mean, everything I say is open to the floor, but
today we're gonna be just pottering around doing odds and ends jobs outside in the front and backyard in the garden. I want to plant a rose bush I have in a pot. It's not doing the best, so I just want to put it in ground somewhere. And I think I have a spot for that. I also have a hibiscus plant that I want to put somewhere. And I'll show you guys the front bed. It looks so good. Right now I'm just so pleased with it. And then in the back, we might put some stuff in the ground. I think John's gonna want to put a window or two, or probably a window.
I have enough wood for one.
So we'll put one window up in the greenhouse. Huh?
Whatever I have enough wood for.
Okay, so at least one. And then just, you know, odds and ends, kind of see what we get. I'll show you how the spring garden is looking. I'm so proud of myself for the front garden. Like, it looks so good. Like, the blue bonnets are looking fantastic. My snapdragons are about to pop open, and I just love spring. It's my favorite. Anyways, let's go put this rose in the ground. I got these awesome, they're like leathery, I don't know if they're real leather, but they go up to here, rose garden gloves. I'm telling you, they're the best thing I've ever bought. They help with thorny bushes. So I'll put a link down in the box, but if you need rose gloves or thorn bush gloves, these are it. I know Laura with Garden Answer, she just uses her tiller, but we live in clay. First, we don't have a big one. Two, we live in like dense, thick clay. There's no way that thing's getting in there. But we're working on it. Good right there. Is it even to the, like, is it flush?
What do you mean?
Like, does this part face straight?
It's going that way. What do you mean?
No, okay, so is the green canopy leaves?
Oh.
Are they facing out right, or is it tilted like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's good?
It's right. It's where the sun comes up?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Queen Elizabeth rose. Got at Walmart. Yeah, grubby. Yeah.
Gotta be my most favorite watering technique I've ever seen.
This one?
Yeah.
Earthworms all over the place.
You see them?
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yes. There's someone going to get ate by the birds. Oh. Here she is. You know, honestly, she's been through a lot, and she's been in that pot for a while, and she's just been through some things. So, you know, I think she just needed a new place in the ground. And this is like a pink flowering rose. So I think it'll look super pretty here because this is purple and blue. That's an evergreen with red berries. So we'll see. I'll give you guys an update later on. We're here at the front door. I want to show you guys the front bed. It's a messy. It's no near clean or perfect, but I'm going to show you. There's weeds and all. These two little things, I actually had in the backyard that they reseeded, and I'm going to put them right here in front of this myrtle tree. These will actually become this. which is a, what is this? I think it's the Agastache maybe, or salvia. This is a yellow lantana, trailing yellow lantana that will be coming back very soon. Have my 2 plants here, my fig trees, and my aloe plant that we replanted. I have a jasmine plant here, and I had to cut it back, and it's starting to regrow. So that's good news. Okay, so we have our myrtle tree here. Then we have our 2 plants there, and then our blue bonnets, which I just absolutely love. They're just so beautiful. And then I had you can see these are only 3 yellow daffodils left, but had some here, 2 here, here, and 1 over there. That is a moonflower plant. It gets big white. I actually got it from my aunt, and we'll see how it goes. This is a hydrangea, and I thought for sure it was dead, but I moved it over here, and it's doing so well. And I have my white perennials there. This is a bottle brush buddleia. It's coming back. My bird bath. And then I have some, there's a few, this place needs to be weeded so bad. But I did plant more bluebonnet seed last year. This is a gladiolus that I couldn't get out. It's coming back. Here's another myrtle tree. So here's the front. Just looks so great. I love it. We're gonna come to the side here. We have our purple salvia. There's 2 in here. There's a purple one and a blue one. It's putting on all kinds of blooms. Looks so good. And then this is the rose we just planted today. And this is the one that needs more work. So this is a little bit more established here. These are a constant work. Let's get closer. So I planted these the other day this week. I have 3 marigolds here and a nasturtium, a cosmo, and then same thing over here on this side, a cosmo, nasturtium, and 3 marigolds. So I just had those extra and I wanted to pop them in there. These hostas, I planted them last year and they've come back, which is great. I don't remember the name of this one, but this is lamb's ear. It's so soft. And then we have our evergreen trees, and we have, this is a myrtle, and this little twig down here is a myrtle. So this isn't any way, you know, like picture perfect, but this one gets shade more often. So I'm trying to find perennial things that are more shade loving. So if you have anything, let me know. And then this is our apple tree and our little bird feeder. If you have a place to get one of these that stick on the window like that, it is so fun to have. I love that thing. Oh wait, look, we have some apple blossoms opening up. How pretty. Here, come over here. There's another one right here. How beautiful, apple blossoms. Okay, so here's this side, my shade garden. There's Jade. Jade! You're so sweet. And then we have a red bird feeder there, and then a bird feeder here. And my office is right there, so I like to put things there. All right, and then here's my pink rose bush. This has been in here for, I think, 2 seasons now. It's kind of battered a little bit because you can see here, it's like all going this way because, see if I can pull it. See how it's like all coming that way except that piece? It's because the wind comes in through here a lot. Here's our newest bed. We have our trailing rose up here, our climbing rose. It's so pretty. And then we just kind of have a hodgepodge of stuff in here, to be completely honest. These are some snapdragons that are about to bust open. This is a poppy, I think. More snapdragons that I had to replant. That's why they look kind of wimpy. And then this is, I forget what this is, but it's a summer flower, I forget. There's another bluebonnet, just random crap. These are cone flowers, I think. Echinacea. I think there's some daisies in here. There's this thing that needs some help. And then we have more of these over here, which are fantastic. This little plant was just a little twig and it's coming back, but it's like right under this big thing. So I think I'm gonna move that either up to the front or move it to the back. Then I have this hibiscus, which I don't know if I'm gonna leave it in the pot or put it somewhere. And then we have a Mexican sage plant just randomly over here. So this is the front. I want to put some holes in this. This is an old wheelbarrow that my aunt gave me, and I want to put some holes in it and make it a big planter. I think that would be so pretty. But here's some cone flowers in here. Oh, here's another little one. Oh, look, here's one. Yeah, I think some of these plants are a little too crowded, so I might need to move some of these stuff around. I might work on that right now. So here we go. This is what it looks like. It's looking better. So I have this big container that I planted. These were from things that I didn't really know what they were or whatever. So now that I know what they are, it's some of these tulips didn't really come back. But there are some hyacinths. There are some hyacinths in here that I want to pull out and put in my flower beds. So we're gonna do that today. And then I can use this tub for something else. And these two, okay, so this is a little pot that I had a few left over. You can see some of them have poked out, but none of them came through. So I don't know if it's like 1, too hot, or 3, like, I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna leave these in here for a while, see what they do. These were all daffodils, and I don't know what happened here either, because I know it gets plenty of moisture, and only a few of them actually flowered. You can see this one. I just don't know. It's just Saturday, you know, and the weather's nice, so everybody's out doing stuff, so it's not gonna be perfect audio. But these didn't work 100%, so I'm just gonna put the bulbs in the bed. And then we have those 3 terracotta pots over here. Not one of them poked through. And it was a mix of tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths. So I don't know what happened. But I'm just gonna put all these bulbs that are in containers and put them in the bed, unless it's a tulip, and put them in the beds for next year. See if they come back again. This is why I wanted to try the spring bulbs in containers, because sometimes it just doesn't work for me, but that's okay. That's why you try it out. So here we go, we're gonna do it.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane, and as the startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
You know what, I think a lot of these, maybe these are the daffodils that didn't bulb. They were just too small. I think these were from last year. They're so too small. So I'm gonna replant them. There's nothing wrong with them.
muscles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover.
Okay, so I got these two bulbs. This is a daylily night beacon, and this is a lily oriental mix. And I got these from my lovely soon-to-be mother-in-law for Easter. And I'm gonna put them in some pots. I think I'm gonna put, oh no. I think I'm gonna put this lily in this terracotta plastic pot I have. Probably put that one in there, and then I have this like wicker planter with this. I think that will look super nice together. So we're gonna plant these plants, and there are 2 roots of these, and they're perennials. Plant in full sun to partial shade, blues in summer. And the lily, there's 5 of them in here. Perks of living in a urban area. The bus comes around this time every day. Okay, so I am moistening this soil. It's very dry. I've sown lily bulbs before, and I just don't think I planted them right. I put them in ground, and I just don't think I did it right. I think I accidentally covered them with a pot, so they didn't have any chance of like getting water or sun. So I'm gonna put these in a pot, and just because Cheryl gave them to me, which is John's mom's name. Okay, so there is 5 bulbs in here, and you gonna stay in here with me?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the trash can then.
It says container gardening, bury the plants 3 times as deep as the plant is wide. Water the plant if Mother Nature does not provide enough moisture through rain. It might be a little too late to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna put about 4 to 6 inches of soil.
Hands that are gentle, working in a.
Okay, so it cut off my recording, but here's the pot with the lily. This is the oriental mix. There were 5 of them in there, and I put them all in there. And there were 2 of the daylily night beacons in this pot. And I think I'm gonna put these out in the back patio. Okay, I want to do one more thing. I want to check on the seedlings that we've done, see what's going on here. We're gonna just start here. Here is some Graphrina that I've seeded. I planted these a while ago and they weren't coming up, but I put the lid back on them, the dome, to see, and there's a few more popping up. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. So I'm gonna give these a little bit more time with the dome on. Let's see. All right, this one is cayenne peppers, which I don't know, this soil might be too thick. So I'm gonna water this one, see if we can get something out of it. Twist her around. So it's good when you're checking your seed trays, if you didn't know this, if you are growing seed, when you check them, to turn them around. Don't put them exactly back how you found them, just so they get more light that way. Okay, here we go. We have lots of seeds popped up in here, as you can see. We have some cardinal vine, we have some cypress vine, and every cell has a seedling in it, which is awesome. And some of them have 2. So we're gonna let these go out a little bit more and get a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and take the humidity dome off that one because they're all up, ready to go. Okay, next we have some spinach and straw flower basil. And the basil isn't working for me. There's none in there, but we have 1 spinach seedling and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straw flower seedlings popped up. This was another one of those where I planted them a while ago, took the humidity dome off probably too early, and I put it back on, and now it's fine. So we're gonna leave that up there. Okay, next we have this tray of random items. We have some celosia seedlings here. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 celosia seedlings popped up. Johnny jump ups, there's 2 of them in here. And then we have a few of English daisies. And then I reseeded some cosmos seeds. So those are still waiting to be popped up. I need to water that one. And then we have some good bigger seedlings that are a little bit bigger and they probably need to be put out. Start hardening them off, but like we have some Gophrena here. We have a Scobioscia pincushion here, Snow and Summer, and Cosmos. But some of them are smaller, like there's 2 seedlings in here I need to thin out. This one's not really ready to go outside yet, so we just kind of need to take the big ones outside. These are all, I think these are all zinnias and sunflowers. Anyways, I potted these over a week ago, and a lot of them have popped up. And I normally at least plant 2 seedlings per cell, and we have a good number here. So this is good. There are some that don't have any popped up quite just yet, but that's okay. So zinnias and sunflowers going strong. And let's see, these dahlia seeds are the only ones that have anything popped through. And I have 1 in each tray, but everything else hasn't popped up yet. And there's a lot of different stuff in here. So we're just gonna keep these going. And whoo, just poured water all over myself. And then the last tray is down at the bottom. And I think I did this one a little later, but we have a tray of assortments, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Cosmos seeds that have popped out. So this one might need a little water. What had happened was I ran out of seed starting mix or the thinner, more finer soil. And so I had to use raised bed potting soil because that's all I had. And I didn't have the money to go get other stuff. So I just used what I had, and it's just chunkier and it dries out quicker, and it's not like the best seed starting soil. And I can kind of tell that just by the way these are acting a little bit. But you know, you have to start seeds, and if that's all you have, that's all you have. You have to work with what you got, just pay extra attention to them, and it'll be fine. So that's the update on my seedlings. And I wanted to show you guys another thing. Did I show you guys this already? Maybe I did. I don't remember. I recently cut back a little bit cleaned up my lemon and lime tree. And I was like, I want to see if I can start any cuttings from it. So here are my lemon and lime cuttings. I gave 2 of them to my sister already. So here, I'll show you the best looking one. So what I basically did is I cut off the pieces, right, that you cut off. And then I looked it up on YouTube how to do it. And you cut diagonally on a node, and I dipped it in this rooting powder. I got it on Amazon specifically for this project, so I can put it down in the comments if you need a reference. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lime cuttings and 1 lemon, and then I gave 1 lemon and 1 lime to my sister. So the only thing that you need to do is make sure that this has like a Ziploc bag over it, or create a little humidity dome for it. And that's what I'm missing. My Ziploc bags are too small. So I think I'm going to just try to, I don't know, because I can tell that the leaves, you need a humidity dome for this. So there's that. And you kind of want to keep it in a darker space. So we're going to keep it on the table close to that. So anyway, there's that update. All right, before we end this video, I want to show you a little sneak peek of what we're going to do in the next garden video. I have some gladiolus bulbs here from last summer that I'm going to be planting in. I don't know where I'm going to be planting them, but I have a good chunk of them here. And then I have about 4 of these big summer plants that my aunt gave me last September. I don't remember exactly what kind of plant they are, but they get huge, okay? And you can kind of see that there's some green coming out of this one already. So they should have been planted last year, but we've just been putting them in the corner. So that's what we're gonna be, some of the things we're gonna be doing next garden video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pottering around random garden tasks, and make sure you leave a thumbs up if you like the garden videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for stopping by.